YapNet. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Kelly.
And this is our Thanksgiving episode.
Yay!
Okay, Kelly's going to open the champagne.
Prosecco, excuse me.
You're excused. The Prosecco. Yeah, Kelly went to the store, was like, I'm not buying champagne for Taylor. Too rich for her taste, really. So, La Marca champagne. La Marca Prosecco. Yeah, sorry, I'm bad at this. Is it
It's
gonna
delicious.
pop?
I've actually had it quite a few times.
I think you've brought that to like many an event that I've had, because I remember the pretty blue label.
Yeah.
I want to wait for the pop to talk about our chickens.
Yes.
Yes,
One
so
moment,
hurry.
please.
Yay! Well, first of all, I said it's our Thanksgiving episode, so I got these really cool glasses from Dollar Tree. I am obsessed with Dollar Tree.
Oh, yeah. Especially glassware.
Yes, all my glass. Well, not all of it, but a lot of my glassware is Dollar Tree.
I have an old witch put a curse on me to break every glass that I hold. So it's really important to me that I can find budget glassware.
An old witch put a curse on me to eat chips. Cheers.
Cheers.
It is good. It is good. I like it. So now we can talk about our chickens.
Yeah, and it's the perfect way to celebrate Thanksgiving without knowing how to cook a turkey.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers.
Yours looks like chiller than mine. Yours is like hanging out. Mine is like, I don't know.
And yours is lost something on the way to the
Yes,
plate.
I did lose a wing on the way to the plate, but Kelly was like, so should I grab us forks? And I was like, is that a joke? Oh my God.
Look at that flakage.
So these chickens are from Winn-Dixie. Oh.
After all that, you like it. Good.
I do like it. They didn't look the most appetizing, I think. And Kelly said that they were quite expensive. But you know, the Costco chickens are really the best ones, and they're $5.
I like to buy a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store, but they're usually very low. It's cheaper to buy the rotisserie chicken than it is to buy the whole frozen chicken. And
Right.
then you don't have to do any of the work. But Winn-Dixie gamed the system, and they're just charging full price for the damn rotisserie chicken.
A $10 rotisserie chicken.
I'm really happy to be celebrating Thanksgiving because it is one of my favorite holidays. Mostly just because of the eating, obviously.
Yeah.
And, yeah, mostly just the eating.
Yeah, mostly just the eating. That's fair. Well, I love hosting. So like Thanksgiving is good because I have been hosting Thanksgiving at my place for quite a few years now. When I used to work at the TV station, we wouldn't get holidays off. So Thanksgiving was hard because, you know, everyone is like doing it at a certain time and I'd work late. So my mom would come stay with me and she would cook us Thanksgiving meal. I would cook my stuff. But then whenever anyone got off of work, they could just come by my house and get a plate.
Yeah.
So that was like
That's sweet.
always really nice. Yeah.
I mean, I worked in a restaurant for like a lot of years where I wasn't able to go home for Thanksgiving at all because it was like a really important day in the restaurant. But when I was in college, one of my favorite parts of Thanksgiving was going home for Blackout Wednesday, which is just like the stars aligned for those two holidays to be back to back because being hungover on Thanksgiving is magic because all you're supposed to do is like lay on the couch and like eat and then eat again and then
Right.
and then, you know, you come home from college, you get to see who got fat, like who broke up, you know.
You know what? I never went out on Blackout Wednesday. Maybe I'm just not cool, Kelly. Maybe
That's
I'm
what
not
it sounds
cool.
like to me.
I mean, I don't really talk to that many people from high school. Still.
Yeah, well, it's a big deal in my hometown.
Well, yes. Well, Kelly comes from a kind of small town, and there are 3 bars. Well, it's not. I don't know. It's a small town.
Yeah.
But it's close to Chicago. There are 3 bars. When we went, you go back to you go to all 3 bars. I assume on
right.
Blackout Wednesday you do the same.
Yeah, we call it the 500.
Right. Why?
Because it's like a circle.
What does that have to do with the number 500?
The Indy 500.
Okay. So guys, I'm not cool and I'm stupid. It's basically what I'm getting from all of this.
But one of my favorite Thanksgivings was my my boss at the time. I was working at this restaurant. His birthday was on Wednesday, but he couldn't go out obviously on Wednesday because we had a big day at the restaurant on Thursday.
Right.
I know, like we're still very close. He's like a dear friend of mine, but it was his birthday, so we went. The only place that was open after dinner service was this seedy ass strip club. Okay.
Oh hell yeah.
And it, you know, because we're all like beat to shit after a long ass shift, and like, but you know, we have quite an age difference. I think he might be like 30 years older than me, but you know, you gotta keep up. So, anyways, he lifted a stripper up off of the stage and hit the ground. It was all in slow motion. Like he's holding the stripper. They both head to the fucking ground. He busted his knee. It was a whole big deal. He couldn't work for like a week. Everyone at the restaurant made it my fault, of course.
Well, Kelly.
Yeah.
Things happen when people go out with you.
That's for sure.
I feel like that's a common thing.
Okay, no, but seriously, okay, that's it. This was like a fucked up night. It was like, that's what I'm saying. It was one of my most favorite Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So the other thing that happened at that same bar was my roommate at the time didn't like have much experience like going out in that way.
Okay.
And this stripper says to him, "Do you want to see something crazy?"
Oh God.
Where you really should just probably say no. He says yes, and she shot him in the face with breast milk.
I would say yes. You would say yes. What do you mean?
Well, because otherwise you go your whole life not knowing.
Not knowing. You're thinking about what was she gonna do?
And he was a good sport about it, but I was like, yeah, maybe next time someone asks you if you want to see something crazy, consider the read the room.
Pros and cons.
Yes.
Pros and cons. Well, I don't have a quite as exciting Thanksgiving story. I have a cute one.
Okay.
If you want to hear it.
Yes.
So like I said, my mom always does like the turkey and stuff, and she's a really good cook, but she like is good at Thanksgiving. Everyone is like, how is this turkey so good?
Yeah.
Because turkey kind of normally sucks.
I disagree.
Well, a lot of times it's dry. It's like hard to get the right turkey. You totally disagree.
You're running in the wrong circles. I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, my mom's turkey is good. I'll just say that.
Good.
So she's cooking. I'm like young, and she's putting spices on the turkey. She's like, hand me that. I'm like handing her stuff, and I'm thinking this is kind of weird, like because she's putting like something weird on the turkey. But I'm like, okay, probably not. Like whatever, she knows what she's doing.
Famous turkey.
Right. So she puts the turkey in the oven, and then she's like, a few hours later, she's like, did you put pie in the oven? And I was like, no, why? And she was like, why does it smell like cinnamon? And I was like, you told me to hand you the cinnamon. She wasn't wearing her glasses, and she thought it was paprika. So we had a cinnamon flavored turkey, and you know what? It was really good.
You know what? I believe that it was good.
But she took the turkey out of the oven. She's like rinsing it in the sink. No. She was like freaking out because everyone talks about her turkey. And
yeah,
she put cinnamon all over it. She had to make it perfect, and it was still really good.
Yeah, that is cute. And I mean, like, I like cinnamon, so whatever. It was fine.
Well, now we do put a little bit of cinnamon on the turkey,
like as a little a
little nod. A little nod.
Well, I'm into all the weird shit they're trying to do with turkeys now, like Cheetos or whatever the hell.
Like Cheetos, like a Cheeto crusted turkey or something.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting to me.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving side?
Okay, well, it's highly debated at my house because I'm not allowed to have it now. But here I go, bringing up casserole again.
Yes,
but
go
I like
on.
green bean casserole.
Oh, I like a green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Why aren't you allowed to have it?
Well, I don't cook. I'm not the Thanksgiving chef at my house. And Ben is anti green bean casserole, so I'm deprived for eternity, really.
Boo.
I know.
I'll make you a green bean casserole.
That's right. I can come. Oh, okay. He gets the piece of blueberry pie.
Yes. I'm specifically making a blueberry pie for Ben. But I make a sweet potato crunch that's actually a recipe of one of my ex's moms that she gave to me. I bet she regrets it. Because I make that every year and everyone loves it.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Well, I love anything with sweet potatoes, like definitely marshmallows or whatever on there. But the day after Thanksgiving, when the like Thanksgiving pot pie comes or the Thanksgiving soup comes, that's the shit. I mean, like, I'll eat forever.
Yeah, I remember, like, we would make sandwiches, and they would be really good with all the stuff in it. And then, are you a Friends watcher? Do you ever watch Friends? Okay. Well, Ross talks about the Thanksgiving sandwich, and the secret to the Thanksgiving sandwich is, in the middle, a gravy-soaked piece of bread. Okay. Now, like, he's in the episode goes that he's in the office and someone eats his sandwich, his like last Thanksgiving sandwich, and he's like, my sandwich, and it like goes throughout the whole city.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm definitely into the Thanksgiving sandwich. There's places here that serve them year round, which is kind of like, okay, you guys are serious about that.
What's that po' boy place in Mid City? Really good po' boys. They make a Thanksgiving po' boy. What is it?
It's something butcher, maybe?
No.
Is it next to Bayou Beer Garden? That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
They
closed.
No.
I think they closed.
No, there's a different one. I gotta look this up. Can we look this up? It's po' boy shop in Mid City. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know what a po' boy is, it's like a hoagie. If you don't know what a hoagie is, it's like a sub. If you don't know what a sub is, it's like a sandwich, but it's on French bread. Let's see. What is it called? Parkway Bakery.
Okay.
They make a Thanksgiving po' boy, and it looks so good. It has like turkey, cranberry, gravy, stuffing, all of that on it. And I really like their po' boys in general.
Yeah, I have some issues with po' boys, but I'm not sure.
What are your issues with po' boys?
Too dry. They're just a little bit dry.
Okay. You're shaking. You were shaking. They're just a little bit dry. No, I could see that.
Yeah.
But you got to get it dressed. Do you get it dressed?
Yeah, so I just recently went to the Po' Boy Fest, and I was like, I ended up deciding on the Yakumain lady, which I've been like trying to get to her like for a long time, because of Bourdain or whatever. There was like a show, anyways. So I was like, can I have some juice on there? Because she just put the sausage on that sandwich, and I was like, I'm gonna need like some mayo or juice or something. Give me like something.
Yeah.
But she just like dipped it in the water. The sausage, but it was still good.
The whole sandwich?
No, she like ladled the
water.
I ate it.
I know you did. Dipped it in the sausage water. That's so interesting. I like po' boys, but you got to get them dressed. That means with lettuce, tomato, and mayo.
I need extra mayo to fight that flaky bread, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I could definitely see that.
So back to your Thanksgiving soup that you were telling me about.
Oh, okay.
With mashed potatoes.
Well, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Okay. Is I wasn't talking about soup at all. I was talking about a Thanksgiving cake. And you just misheard me. And then you went on. But we were doing the mic checks, and I was talking about Thanksgiving cake that I made. I used to make weird food on TV for my job at the news station, and we made a Thanksgiving cake, and you heard soup. So then I'm doing the mic check about the Thanksgiving cake, and then she starts talking about the Thanksgiving soup I just said, which I didn't talk about at all. So I got nothing for you, bud.
Maybe I just had like Thanksgiving soup on the brain.
Maybe you just had soup on the brain because you are a soup girl.
Big soup gal.
Yeah.
Like, and we've discussed, remember, right before our road trip, you had a bowl of soup at 4:45 in the morning.
Yes, and I needed it.
And you were kind of ashamed about it.
I was. I did feel like, is this something
Is this legal?
Is this a safe
Will I
space?
be arrested?
Because there are rules regarding soup.
And we're done with that. We're moving on from rules about soup. You can have it anytime. You can have it as a side. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it in the middle of the night or before a road trip, which...
You know what was someone was just talking about? Do you remember the soup that came in like a drinking? It was Campbell's.
Yes.
But it came in like a coffee mug kind of, and you would heat it up and you would drink it like it was coffee.
You don't have to tell me about it.
Bring it back.
Okay.
I need it.
You do?
It tasted so much better in the little coffee can.
Yeah. Were they metal? Like, could you mic them?
You could microwave them, but they did. I thought, I was like very confused because it looked like they were metal, but you could microwave them.
Yeah, you know what? They're bending the rules on microwaving metal too. I swear to God. I was like, I watched a stupid TikTok or whatever, and they were like, no, you can put that in the microwave. I'm like, It's not.
No, you can't put metal in the microwave, right? Maybe it's certain types of metal.
Yeah, there are exceptions, which I'm just not ready for. I'm just going to stick with what I know.
No, I'm not getting into that. I don't want to be involved.
I'm going to dabble.
You know, it's funny because I think it used to be the opposite. If you ever saw, what's that movie? Maybe like American Hustle or something. She gets a microwave and she's like, what is this thing? Don't put metal in it. And she puts metal in it and it like explodes. So it used to be the opposite. They would be like, oh, I'm just going to put metal in it. Now we're like, no way.
Yeah, well, it's because I've learned the hard way. You know,
go on.
Like just by exploding your leftovers or whatever, ruining your whole day. Like, but Ben's much more reckless with the microwave than I am. Like, because my mom is like a little bit like, oh, don't put plastic wrap in there. And I'm like, okay. And then Ben like will put anything in there, styrofoam, which I've also been burned on styrofoam in the microwave.
Styrofoam melts in the microwave.
Yeah, it starts on fire.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
Well, we'll see. There's still time.
I've stuck a utensil in and had a little like, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I turned around and it's sparking.
Yeah.
No good. No bueno. Thankfully, I rent. None of these microwaves belong to me.
Well, I had to live without a microwave for like a really long time because in St. Thomas, a microwave was like $90 at that time. And I was like, I don't think so.
That's kind of insane. So what did you do?
I lived without.
You put it in the oven?
No.
You ate things cold?
Oh, yeah. And like you do get used to it, you know.
No, you don't. No. I am anti that.
You just don't do poverty as good as I do.
You know what? That is likely. That is fair. I had an ex that I dated that would eat everything cold. Mm-hmm. And they used to have these, I don't know, they probably still have like brisket at Costco that you could get, like just like these big trays of meat to like obviously to heat up and eat. And he would just eat it cold. There would be coagulated fat on it. He'd just be eating it cold. I would leave the house. I'm like, I'm going out. I'm going to Dollar Tree.
Yeah. I'm going to my safe space.
It really is my safe space.
Yeah, no, actually there are no bounds to what I will eat cold. I really... And I blame it on my lack of microwave for that many years.
That's so fascinating. I will rather eat cold things hot than hot things cold. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways, well, back to Thanksgiving. I'm really looking forward to our Friendsgiving.
Yes, I'm excited for it too.
I've been begging for it for like a year.
Okay, well, we got to give background.
Okay.
There's this place, there's this company called Rockstar Hibachi, and they basically come to your house and they set up hibachi in your backyard.
I mean, I think it's widespread on the internet. I think people know what it is.
People know? Okay.
But as soon as I clapped eyes on that, I'm like, that's going to be me catching shrimp in the backyard.
Well, so they reached out to me and they're like, we want to do, and I was like, this is a perfect Friendsgiving. Because in previous years, I've hosted Friendsgiving as well as a separate Thanksgiving. But so I think this will be really fun.
Yeah. No, I'm dying. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, Kelly texted me the other day and said, I think we're not talking about the Friendsgiving as much as we should be. Which is true.
Well, it's like, because like, I don't know. I just want more hype because I'm very hyped.
I know. I'm really excited for it too. Well, we've had some previous Friendsgivings. Like last year, you came to my Friendsgiving.
Which was a blast. And you cooked everything.
Yes, and it wasn't your typical Thanksgiving food. I just did fall food because I thought people might not want to do turkey that many times, but I did like a pork dish, like an apple cider pork dish. I did a butternut squash pasta, a salad that was pretty good. Just a ton of stuff. But
And then we all blacked out.
Yes, because I did make some apple cider cocktail of some sort as well. And after a party, we always play Quiplash. That's the game where you play on the TV and you fill in the answers.
You showed me that game, and I absolutely love it. I've only ever played it with you guys, but like, I want to like bring it to the rest of my life because it's so much fun.
It's so fun. I love Quiplash. I feel like I've been playing it for years. I don't even know where it came from.
Yeah, I think I went to try to buy it, and it's like $30 something. I was like, all right, I don't want to play that.
You can borrow mine whenever you want. But I hate to break it to you, not you, but maybe everyone else. If you're at a party at my house and you leave early, you are the butt of the Quiplash joke. Well, not even if you leave early, but Quiplash. So what happens is it asks you a question on your. How do I explain this?
It's kind of like apples to apples, but like you come up with everything. Like, so like the judge is like picking the funniest one every time.
Right.
So you have to like come up with jokes on the fly.
Yes, it's not like chosen for you, so you have to like type it in. Usually something will be said at the dinner or at the party that we will use in every joke. We have a friend who...
Forever and ever.
We have a friend who has an electric bike. He probably hasn't ridden it in a year. It's always like,
borrow it.
his e-bike, just making fun of it. Well, last year at Friendsgiving, we had a situation. Kelly doesn't want to be involved in this conversation. So there was a couple who came she's getting hot, who we love, right? And they came and okay, so the way my house is set up is I have like a living room, then next to that I have a kitchen, then I have a dining room, and right in the dining room is like the door to the laundry room and the door to the bathroom. That's the only bathroom downstairs. So one person from the party and their partner went into the bathroom. They went in together. I don't know. I didn't think that much of it.
Right. No one did.
Right. Who cares? Right. Until
I went in after. But you know what? What are you going to do? And I kind of understand it. You're at someone new's house. It's your first time. And you've come upon a situation where you are nervous.
And you're going to blow up the bathroom.
And drag your poor boyfriend into it.
Make your boyfriend sit there while you...
The bathroom's about 2 foot by 2 foot.
And it's 1 foot from the dinner table, mind you.
Yeah.
Well, then all of Quiplash was this couple blowing up the bathroom all night. And
you know what?
Yes.
This whole time,
yes,
for the last year, I think it's been a year, we've been blaming her. But what if it's been him all along?
What if? I never even thought about that.
No, not for a second.
I thought if it was him.
If it was him, he would just go.
He would just go. She needed the support. Well, to you, I hope things have gotten better in your stomach. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. To that couple. Well, anyway.
Are you ready to watch the clip of the day?
I am ready to watch the clip of the day. Today, this clip, don't really have an intro for you. Let's just watch it.
good. um. Okay. Do you play any instruments? I had to tell you that when I first saw this parkour cellist, I was reminded of this one time I was riding my bicycle to a band lesson, and it was raining, and I was wearing flip-flops, and I had my fucking saxophone on my handlebars. Okay. So one of my friends was with me, and she's trying to help me, but like what the fucking suitcase is this big. So anyway, I drive directly in front of a semi truck, and he is like, honey, you gotta get on the side of the road. Anyway, fast forward, I ate shit so bad that saxophone flew out of the case, flying at my fucking face, busted my whole neck open. And I got out of band lesson, but I did need stitches.
You got out of band lesson? I thought you liked playing the saxophone.
When you're a little shit, there's nothing you want to do besides go on AIM. I don't know.
Well, my favorite instrument that Kelly has played is the tuba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this was before that. This was
before you made the switch to tubist.
Yeah, well, the story about me falling off my bicycle with the saxophone and the handlebars was like, I was in like 7th grade. And
you decided to become a tubist when?
In high school.
Yeah, because I was like, you were like, I want to be a little bit cooler now. Now that I'm out of middle school, I think I'm going to do the tuba. And
can I really get any cooler though? Like,
you were in like the marching band, right?
That's right. And I marched with the tuba, the sousaphone.
What does that mean?
Just Google it, okay?
Okay. Computer, please bring up a sousaphone.
It's a tuba. It's just the one that you march with, the one that goes around your body.
Oh, wow. Look at this thing. Mm-hmm. It's looking very fancy. Oh, around you. Let's put up a picture of Kelly with her sousaphone. Why don't we do that? Well, I've tried to play every instrument. I can't practice. I can't make, I'm never a homework person, never a practice person. So,
we could borrow my recorder.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that. No, but so I tried to play, the piano, the guitar. Mm-hmm. I actually was in a band quite a few years ago.
Well, you're a good singer, right?
Yeah, so I grew up singing and doing theater. I was also a child actor. That was like, that's part of the lore. But I was in a band and I played bass for one of the songs. Mm. Yeah, it was Creep. Cool. Creep by Radio. Very easy bass line.
Okay, well,
that's because our bassist sang that song.
Okay, so it was like a.
It was, yeah.
Well, just picturing you, it sounds. We should put up a picture of that.
There isn't any. None exists.
Scrubbed from the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, speaking of bass players, do you like mustaches?
Yes, I happen to like mustaches, Kelly.
Yeah, well, I don't know where it came from. And I've actually been questioned a lot on it recently. But I don't have like a really good answer for it.
Questioned on what?
Why you like a mustache?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you always liked facial hair?
Yes.
I haven't. I went through a change.
Okay. Where are you now?
I like facial hair.
Okay.
I'm down with facial hair. And that's not to say that everyone with facial, like, it's not, everyone I think is hot has facial hair, or everyone I think is hot. Like, now I'm varying. It used to be like, I'd be like, no, gross, not into facial hair.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like really anti until a few years ago.
Well, okay. That's weird to me because I have always, I'm always like, more hair.
Of course you were. Well, I like chest hair. Mm-hmm. But I had dated people who just grew super patchy, and I was like, no, like, get rid of it. I wanted to like the scruff look, but they would do scruff and it would look like not good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When I see like anyone with bald face, I think of like some famous serial killers. Do you know what I mean? Like they're always clean shaven. They're always like, there's something spooky about it.
Well, that's like pedophiles always have mustaches. So like you're like, serial killer pedophile.
That's neither here nor there.
Well, you know, like the secret behind beards that are like lighter in the front. Do you know about this?
I have heard about this.
You have heard about this.
I don't know if I believe it, but go ahead.
Yeah, so people with like typically dark hair that have like red or blonde facial hair, supposedly it's because they're eating a lot of pussy.
And it's acidic. And it's dying.
Right. And I believe that. I have personally dyed some of my own underwear accidentally. You know, like... Really just one pair because I was like, what happened to this?
No, and that's not the first time I've heard that. You know, some women just leave their mark. Or it can be like having to do with your like, you know, where you're at in your month and stuff.
Your cycle. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Do you have a facial hair story?
I do have one of my favorite. It's kind of cute though.
I like a cute story. Okay. Let's do a cute story.
So this one year for my birthday, like we were broke as hell and we're like, okay, I don't get like anything for my birthday. I said to Ben, all I want is you to have a mustache for my birthday. And he was like, no, it's so creepy. Like, you know, because men get pretty defensive of their beards. They're like, I need this to stay part of me. Like, it defines my jaw or whatever the hell, like, what their reasons are. Because they're serious about grooming their beards. So anyways, it's my birthday. We're out. And I'm like, Ben's gone. Like, whatever. I look at his location. He's like across the street. I'm like, whatever. He's probably getting cigarettes. No, he went and bought a razor. Went into the bathroom at the bar we were at.
That's so romantic.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I actually think that's sweet.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
What you wanted.
Me too. It's like maybe one of my top birthday gifts, huh?
Ever. You know what? I don't think enough men do a mustache.
Me neither. Well, I think like it was kind of like doing its cycle along with like the mullets and stuff. Mm-hmm. But Ben just claims that it's like a weird issue for me mentally. Like,
yeah, go on.
You know, because like I don't know, all my uncles had mustaches, my dad had a mustache. Like,
you're like, okay, my partner needs to have a mustache before I.
Well, I don't. It's not that I planned it that way. It just came out.
It's very Freudian.
Well, I don't have another explanation, but
that guy knew what he was talking about.
But a lot of people, of girls in my life from Chicago will say that about a mustache. They're like, oh yeah, no, definitely a mustache.
Yeah, I think it's a vibe. I don't know. I'm not from Chicago. Is that okay?
Well, I don't know. Like, do you associate a mustache with like Chicago?
No.
Oh.
I associate a mustache with...
Maybe this was just put in my head. All of it's a lie.
Everything's fake. We're lying. The whole thing's a sham.
Okay, well, I am literally fucking dying to talk to you.
Okay.
About this, what's going on Facebook drama in our neighborhood.
Okay, let me get some chicken.
Okay. Well, okay, so it starts with a missing golden retriever.
Aww.
And like adorable dog, whatever. This lady says she's missing her dog. Mm-hmm. People are like posting, like reposting, whatever. They're reposting all over the place. I see it on TikTok. I see it everywhere. And then there's like some secrecy behind whatever happened. But then they just say the dog's reunited with the owner after like 8 days, which is like kind of strange, right? So let me fill you in on what's going on in our neighborhood Facebook about this dog.
Okay.
So this girl, she works at a vet office, and a dog with the same name, Maverick is the dog's name.
Okay.
Comes in, a golden retriever. And you know all those motherfuckers look the same. Like, so
Right.
she's like,
well, don't be breedist.
So she's like, she calls the woman from the poster to say, I work at this vet office and I think I saw your dog, because a golden retriever Maverick came in. The appointment wasn't for the golden. Anyways. So the woman who lost her dog, she's like, yeah, I'm going to need like that person's info. Hello. And she's like, no, well, please don't tell, because I'll lose my job. Like, it's like patient confidentiality. Does that apply to dogs? I don't fucking know.
Does HIPAA apply to dogs?
No, no. Dogs don't have health insurance. Anyway, so, well, maybe they do. I don't know.
You can get pet insurance. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So, anyways, the owner of the dog that's missing goes into the vet office and has a freak out. And she's like, one of your employees called me and said that they saw the dog here. So who the hell was it, right?
Right.
But it turns out they were wrong. It was a different golden retriever Maverick.
Oh my God.
The real golden retriever Maverick went to a different vet office. There was no chip. There was no like whatever, blah, blah, blah. But suspiciously went on a trip to Pensacola that weekend. So the dog was already in Florida by the time somebody figured out this woman had, like, it goes like pretty deep. And you know, like I love to watch Facebook drama, because like if you're willing to read all those comments, like, it just gets like darker and darker.
So the family who found this dog took it on vacation?
Yeah. Does that sound fucked up?
It sounds weird.
I mean,
and
that's
then
why I'm all over this
admitted to it?
Yes. So, okay, also, I forgot to say that the woman who called from the vet office, she got fired.
For doggy patient,
Yes.
doggy doctor confidence.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Okay, and
Yeah.
another part of it is there was a $5,000 reward for the fucking dog.
Yes.
So who gets the reward? The bitch who took the dog to Florida? Or the woman who lost her job, who is actually a girl, like a college girl who was just trying to do a thing. You know, couple things.
Oh, there's so much
If
drama.
I was that girl working at that vet office, I would have just called anonymously. Like, called these people and check. And then they probably would have called and found out they just have a different Maverick. I don't know.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure all the posts about new conspiracies regarding Maverick are getting taken down from the neighborhood Facebook just because people have had enough.
Well, we recently had another dog incident
Yes.
in the neighborhood next door. Like, I don't know what you're the dog expert, so go on, because that one's a little bit more interesting, I think.
Yes, I love this story. Okay, so Scrim.
Mm-hmm.
He was at a shelter that, you know, they're like really overwhelmed shelter. So it's they euthanize the dogs there in a different parish. So a shelter from New Orleans goes to this parish and gets the dogs that are about to be euthanized. So he fucking slipped death already once. Okay.
Perfect. Yes.
And so he goes to the shelter in New Orleans, and then he got like fostered or adopted or whatever, escapes immediately. And I think he was missing for like 6 months, but he wasn't fully missing because he was getting spotted. Okay. And I found that at one point, based on like people tracking him and posting it, he traveled 20 miles per hour for 3 hours. Like, he covered so much fucking ground in Louisiana.
Wait. You calculated this?
No. Okay, yeah. So someone did. But finally he was captured, which is kind of sad and happy. But because, you know, if you're thriving like Scrim, like that, maybe you should just be left to your own devices.
Didn't he, like, they tried to shoot him with a tranquilizer dart and they shot him with like 4 and he was still fine?
And he weighs 17 pounds. So, like, they shot him with multiple tranquilizer darts and a net gun, and the motherfucker's still gone. So when they found him, he had like multiple bullets like in his body.
Oh my God.
Like, so
the poor
I
pup.
saw this hilarious comment that said he's like a combination between like a New Orleans rapper and Houdini.
He really is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he was found. He's not living on the street anymore.
Yeah, well, I think he's for the streets. Is my argument.
Right. Well, you have a dog that you found in a dumpster.
That's right.
So you're all about those.
Yeah, but that dog barely go outside for 2 minutes, let alone
true.
get shot.
Trip would not survive that.
No.
Okay, adopt, don't shop.
Okay, that's right.
There you go. That's
Or
our
find them
lesson.
at a dumpster.
Or find them at a dumpster
And
like
that goes
Kelly.
for men and dogs.
Yeah, if you want to end up like Kelly. Well, I think Facebook drama is interesting. I have some people in my life, like cousins and older aunts and stuff, that will post like the weirdest shit. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, I know you're not that into it. I
Yeah.
check it obsessively.
Facebook.
I can't stop. I mean, the gold that you can find is just you can't get that on any normal website.
That's fair. Well, you know, I said earlier how I don't really hang out with anyone from high school. The demise of my high school friend group was on Facebook.
Okay.
It's really, I don't know if it's that great a story, but here we go. Ready? You ready for it? So there was a girl. Let's call her Jessica. She was in our group and she posted a photo. I was out at the movies with my high school boyfriend, Tom. Hi, Tom.
You didn't change his name.
I didn't change Jessica's name either, actually, by the way. So I was out at the movies with Tom and I came home and I saw on Facebook that Jessica had posted an album, like birthday pictures, and it was her and like a bunch of other people in our friend group at this castle. So there's a castle on Long Island where I grew up called Ohika Castle.
Wow.
That you could rent rooms at and stuff, but it is like an actual huge castle. Very cool. So I saw she posted photos with a bunch of girls in our group, leaving out me and my friend Alessandra. And I was like, what? But my best friend, let's call her Kristen, my best friend in high school, also didn't change her name, was there. So I texted Kristen and I said, hey, like, what's the deal? Did Jess have a party that I wasn't invited to? And she like read it, but didn't answer that red receipts had our thing.
Bullshit.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So in the morning when it said she'd read it the night before, I texted her and I was like, hey, like, what's the deal? So then she texted me back and she said, Jess had a party. Not everything is about you. Get over it and fuck you.
On text or
on a text. Oh. And I was like, what the fuck? So then my other best friend, Kyle, hi Kyle, someone in the group texted him and was like, Kristen just bitched out Taylor in front of all of us and it was great. So then Kyle was like, what the fuck is going on? And yeah, then I was like, well, I'm never speaking to any of you again. Yeah. But I already had sent them my money for our post-prom party, which was going to be on a boat. Very fun on a boat, right?
Maybe they didn't like Tom.
You know what? Tom was very jolly as a person. He was a very happy guy.
Okay.
And he knows this. He was not the sharpest tool in the shed. Okay. We had something called Tomisms, where it was just words that he made up and genuinely thought were real.
Like, to sound smart, I can feel that.
Like, he would just say shit. He'd be like, oh, like, I put my feet on the abdomen. I'm like, you put your feet on the abdomen? And he sends me a picture. It's an ottoman. You know, but, like, I was like, it's an ottoman. He's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, brother. I'm sure, buddy. But, yeah, anyway. So that was the demise of my friend group. That was via Facebook. But it was okay. I hope everyone in that group is doing well now. Genuinely wish you well. None of them came to the high school reunion. I went to the high school reunion. Just me and Alessandra were there. Yeah, well. And I had fun. Love Alessandra. So
that's surprising because, like, I don't know, from just based on like TV and stuff, I feel like Long Island is more like people stay, you know, like people would go to their high school reunion, you know, like.
Well, I went to a pretty big high school and I don't know. Okay, this is something that always everyone on Long Island said, there's something in the water. There's something in the water. Like, always. There's something in the water here. Like, everyone is talking shit. There's, like, so much drama. Like, I don't know. But I do feel like that's a thing. There was so much drama in my high school.
Well, can you dig deep further back to MySpace? Like, because there was some really, really poppin' shit happening.
Oh, yeah. Like, top 8?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I went down to top 4 to really cut throat.
Well, because I was going to say, you could do, like, top 32. Right. I was like, absolutely not. Yeah. I'm doing top 8.
Okay.
And, like, there were people that I always kept in it, but I changed the order. You know what I mean?
This is funny because you know Natalie, but I have something saved from her from MySpace. This one time I was having a party and my mom was like, you're done. Like, no more people can come inside of our house. Like, what is going on? And my mom confronted Natalie at the front door and said, you can't. Like, I don't know you. I've never met you. This was in middle school, I think. Yeah. And Natalie wrote on someone else's wall, like, don't feel bad. It's not your fault. It's that dumb bitch Kelly's. But, like, it's magic because we were friends for fucking 25 years after that.
Right. Forever. That's so funny. I had MySpace drama too. There were girls who like wrote to me on MySpace. They're like older girls. They were like, we're going to fight you. I said, okay, good luck. No one ever tried to fight me. So like, okay. Yeah, I'll meet you after school. Where do you want me to meet you?
Don't put that on the internet.
Yeah, well, speaking of like middle school friendships, I had like a big change in middle school where I went from one group to another. I went from the popular kids group to the emo kids group.
Okay.
I was like, we would all sit together at lunch and everyone would talk shit about each other. And then one day I was like, what am I doing? Like, you know, you're like young and you're like, I just can't talk shit about people anymore. I'm too good for this.
So what happened between that revelation and now?
Well, so this is what happened. So I said, I'm having a meeting at lunch. And then I told everyone, I said, guys, I'm not sitting at your table anymore. You talk too much shit and I'm done. And so then I went and sat by myself and with actually someone named Dimmy. He was really sweet. We would sit together. And then a girl named Dallas, who is probably my oldest friend who you've met, she commented on one of my MySpace photos and she was like, you're really pretty. And I was like, thanks, do you want to hang out? And she was like, yeah. So we planned to hang out. Meanwhile, I had blonde hair. I wore blue contacts.
You had blonde hair?
Yeah, I dyed my hair blonde in middle school.
You learn something every day.
I know. It's crazy. I basically look like you.
That's right.
So I went and hung out with Dallas and a few things happened. First of all, she was like, she kept saying this. She's like, you're so popular. I can't believe I'm here. And I'm like, I'm not anymore. Like, I left that group. But then she told me about a time that I bullied her that I didn't remember. So in 6th grade, she had a solo.
I'm scared.
In 6th grade, she had a solo in the chorus recital. And before the performance, before we go out, I walked up to her with one of my little minions and I said, don't choke.
Taylor!
And she cried.
You are demonic. I can see it. See, you give me a hard time for the voice I do when I'm imitating you, but that is your inner self.
I know, but Dallas and I, we became really close friends in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I hung out with all the emo kids. They were so cool and nice to me. And Dallas is like the only one I still talk to. So love you, Dallas.
Yeah, so she forgave you.
Oh yeah, she was like totally fine with it. She, like, when I invited her to my house, she was like, I'm typing on a popular girl's keyboard. Like, she literally said that to me. And I was like, this is weird, dude.
That's nice, though.
But yeah.
One of my longest standing friendships is a girl that I met in kindergarten. And she has, like, a fucking amazing memory. And she remembers our first conversation in kindergarten, which is we sat in our reading circle. And she said, look, we're wearing the same shoes. And I was already, in my head, I was cool because I had my neighbor like next to me, and I looked at her and I said, so? And like, but
kindergarten bully.
But she always brings that up, which is so cute.
Well, I think it's time for hate mail to Kelly. What do you think?
Absolutely. Which I'm very I actually just learned about today.
So I don't know. Like, does this count as hate mail? It's more like interesting mail. Mm-hmm. So we had someone comment on our first episode on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube if you're listening. Commented and said, Dashcam Master commented, you'll need to show more of your slippers while videoing your shows. To which, okay, this is like, I guess, a business page. So I answered, but in the third person. Mm-hmm. I was like, Taylor has 100 pairs, so be prepared for new ones every week, which is true. And then he or she said, can you show both of you instead of constantly changing person to person? It's great viewing slippers during a podcast.
Okay, so like saying the first part of that, like maybe is a constructive criticism, but
sure.
But then you really got to the point of like, you're really interested in seeing the slippers.
So basically what I think we should do to remedy this is we should wave goodbye. We should put our slippers on the table. There we go. And
careful of the chickens.
Careful of the chickens. And do a double person shot. Point to the slippers. This is just for you. And thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good night. Bye.